Tonight, Haunted Scouse become the first ever paranormal team to investigate St John's Tower on Horton Street in Liverpool. Where once stood many a pub, restaurant and gambling den, now stands St John's Beacon. Originally built as a ventilation shaft for the new St John's shopping centre, it went on to become a revolving restaurant. With fantastic views right across the city, this is one of the finest locations Liverpool has to offer. Known to Liverpudlians as the Radio City Tower, this is now home to Hits Radio. Armed with at least one story of ghostly goings-on and some fantastic research from Tabitha, we can promise you one piece of evidence is some of the most bizarre we have ever come across. And throw into the mix several brothels once stood on Horton Street at the foot of the tower. Who or what would we discover as Haunted Scouse investigated St John's Beacon? How are you feeling, Mr. B?
Yeah, not bad. As you say, Joe, you walk through things and it's like, Joe, what, I'm acclimatising to the place. I'm having to acclimatise a lot, being 400 feet in the air, like, and being afraid of heights, but yeah.
He's being very brave.
Evening everyone and welcome to another episode of Haunted Scouts, where tonight, well, we always said the channel was going to go up, but I didn't think we'd go this far up because we are actually 400 feet up in the air at St John's Tower in Liverpool.
Yeah, listen guys, what an immense privilege. As Adam said, St John's Tower, St John's Beacon, the Radio City Tower, and now the Hits Radio Tower. But why are we here, all the way up in the air? Well, some of you might remember we were on the Howard Hughes Unexplained show, and Howard's from Liverpool, and he gave us one of his own personal stories about covering here when Pete Price was at the radio station, and Howard told us all about his experience.
But I tell you what, if you want to do investigations, you've got to try the Radio City Tower, the big tower in Liverpool, because there is a ghost there, and I have seen him personally. And, you know, quite a lot of people who've worked there, especially late at night, this ghost of a watchman appears to them. And I was filling in for Pete Price on Radio City about 8 or 9 years ago when he was still doing his late night phone in, and I saw that there. That's somewhere you've got to try.
So you've heard the story that Howard Hughes told us, but we have heard other stories as well. So what are we going to find tonight? Let's find out. So we're in night mode now, and yeah, it's getting dark, and obviously behind us is absolutely just a phenomenal view, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it is. It's literally, we've took forever to set up because you just start looking out and pointing at stuff. Yeah. we could do with coming back after we've done this, just to look out the window. But
I mean, they do have. This is actually open for viewings, isn't it, and things as well. It's not just you know, it's not just here as a bit of a landmark really in the city. You can actually come up here and and pay a small fee and, you know, just walk around it and take interviews, can't
Yeah, I
you?
believe it's only like £6.50 or £7.50 for an adult. And you know what? They've got a few members of staff working. Nothing's for free nowadays, guys. Come on, you know, people need the wages paid and the upkeep of it and everything like that. But I think it's 11 till 6 right through the week, including weekends as well. So yeah, this is the whole purpose of us coming here. Again, it's promoting another Liverpool landmark that, you know, speaking to Neil from here, he's saying like a lot of people still don't realise you can actually come up here, and hopefully we've opened your eyes to that, and we want to see your pictures dropped on the Facebook and the Instagram pages and everything, and tag us in them.
Yeah, I mean, I will spin it round. It's a little difficult. We've got the IR lights and we are in night vision. I'll just knock the IR lights off and just do that. There we go, you can see. Beautifully lit up at night time now. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what the episode's going to be, just us looking out the window, really, isn't it, mate?
It is.
Yeah,
exactly.
But we are going to do a little bit of investigating now, because there are a few spooky tales about the building, aren't there, that we have heard. A few ghostly goings on.
Yeah, obviously we've started off with you know, letting you listen once again to Howard Hughes sharing his story of, I mean, who knows? I mean, as I'm talking, we'll walk, because there's a studio open behind us. Who knows whether this is where he was? You know, we've got a REM pod there. You know, we don't know from Howard Hughes, because this is one of the original Radio City, you know, studios, and it's set up here for a photo opportunity when you come up here. But this could have been the one that he was sitting in when he said he's seen a figure walk past the window, because a lot of the others are looking internal, and how would you actually see into there? You know, it's going to be interesting, and we've just been told by Neil that there are some strange goings on of, you know, members of staff putting the bags down and stuff moving and things like that. So who's to say why wouldn't there be any hauntings up here? It's as much of a potential as anywhere else.
It's probably going to be a walk with an S-box, isn't it, really? We just do a full sweep.
Christ, on a bike.
What?
Turn the IR light off and look in there, see if you can see what I've just seen sitting on that chair in the right hand side.
There?
Yeah.
I can't make it out.
Right,
Has it got like a Christmas hat on it or something?
Yeah, let me get my thoughts.
Like a Father Christmas or something? Oh, was it a skeleton? Yeah, is that it? Is it a skeleton? Oh, fuck. Yeah.
So can the camera get that now? Yeah.
Yeah.
The skeleton sitting on the chair there, guys. I just...
That would have been us. We wouldn't be able to get out before.
When you just look at something, you think, oh my God.
Yeah, I think... yeah, obviously, I mean, you know the shape of the building. It's just a circle, really, isn't it? So we do actually have another room though upstairs, which I'm sure Chris now will put the lock off in. And yeah, we don't know what is going to happen in this room. Hopefully we're going to get up there and investigate soon, but it is a fair way off, isn't it? So there's a lot of kit in there, fingers crossed, you know, something happens.
It's another thing when you're looking up. I didn't know till we were looking at pictures today that obviously there's another cylindrical set of offices up here, and that's where, yeah, I thought this was just it, and the centre was the radio station, but there's a staircase in it that goes to the top. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think what we'll do is maybe a few sweeps walking around the S-box, and maybe same again with the Spirit Talker, and we'll just try and, you know, maybe get some potential names, and hopefully our chief researcher will then do her job and, yeah, make our job a lot easier and make an episode for us. So.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'll already know because we always give Tabs a heads up, but by this point you'll have done a research, so thank you very much again, Tabitha. Yeah, we'll make sure, rather than he keeps picking me mum out for these t-shirts, you're going to win the next one. Right, okay guys, so as Adam said, something a bit different, rather than stand in one place, because we haven't really got a room we can stand in. And everywhere is secure up here. We've literally got the run of the circle. So we're going to put the S-box on and just take our time doing a full 360 until we get back to where we are, and then we'll end the session there. So yeah, it's fingers crossed, you know, we'll pick something up. And I know we always say you listen out for a bit of radio interference. Well, if we don't get it tonight, we're never going to get it, are we? But yeah, come on, let's go with this. And if there are any spirits up here, then I'm going to put a device on. You're used to radios up here. This one allows you to speak and let us hear your voice. Anyone here that used to work here? Gravelly, isn't it?
Yeah.
John. Hi, John. That's my child, isn't it? John, what would you like to do here? Sorry guys, Adam, I can see Adam looking off.
No, not, I just thought it sounded a bit like a laugh or something then that came through. But,
right. Are you still here, John?
City. I thought I said city. City. I thought so.
Any radio DJs that used to work with?
Maybe you could tell us where we are? Tell us where we are. Maybe you used to visit here. Maybe you could point out one of the landmarks?
You need to move over one, stop covering that one.
There it is.
Maybe you can tell us what that's made of.
There is a male spirit here, maybe you can tell us your name?
Maybe I can.
Right,
You know, still here with me? Maybe you could tell us the name of the person that this room's named after. I thought I heard it say Wax and then the right name, but I don't want to force it. Probably didn't, but it did sound like that still.
It sounds like you said it again, yeah.
Make one of the little lights that we set around, lights up. It's hard because, like, town nowadays, guys, has so many buildings that have flashy lights, and we've got cat balls all the way around you. I keep thinking there's a cat ball reflection somewhere, and it's not.
Yeah, I'm seeing it just over there.
There's a big screen over there. There's what, that theatre, the sort of club down there, a big shop. If you can't see it, can you tell us the name of the band that this post is about? Maybe. I mean, sometimes we don't have enough time for the response. I've got to say though, guys, it's all super strange. And when we're walking past, all the studios are just dimly lit, and you can see through the window at them. And you do, the corner of your eye, because there's microphones with big fluffy heads on, you do kind of go, oh, someone there, and it's not. Needs to work in here.
Maybe you can tell us an object that's in the room.
turn this off now. Anything else you want to say before we do? There was a couple of names.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, clearly heard ours, but that, you know, that also could be somebody that used to work here.
Mm. Like we say, if anything, it's generated a bit of noise up here, hasn't it? And
Yeah.
it's certainly, and I think in some parts, especially where we started, it was quite clear. And yeah, I mean, we don't really know until we just kind of get home and review it properly. But there was definitely some clear voices and clear.
It is. It's strange. Like there was like a squeak sound then, and it's like the sound's travelling up so far from the ground level, and then sometimes you do think, was it up here?
Yeah.
But what I do find interesting though, mate, is that now it seems it's more prevalent now. It's dark. The more I'm thinking about what Howard Hughes told us, the more I'm wondering whether the likes of that studio would have been it, because we now know that's where the studios are. So, you know, I thought the studios were all like in the middle and you couldn't get to them. Now we know they all actually face out, which is a nice place to work. But that means that what Howard Hughes told us must have been on this outer part, which makes it even more interesting to be in here now. And I'm only starting to realise that now.
Okay, so we thought what we'd do is, well, as usual, we'd just sort of give it 5-10 minutes, do a bit of calling out. Hopefully the lock-offs are sort of doing the thing now, you know, we've still got the one upstairs, the fingers crossed maybe something is happening up there. We do have one on this level as well, which is just a little bit further down the corridor. We've got the REM pod and the K2 there, a couple of cat balls. The studio's just behind me here. We'll probably go in there in a minute and maybe start a spirit talker session in here. But we'll just do some calling out for now and just maybe see if we get any noises, taps or any interactions on the equipment out here. So if there is anybody here that does want to come and talk to us, there's a number of objects on the floor or in the building that you can use to communicate. We don't mean any harm or any disrespect. We're just here to try and have a conversation with you. My name's Adam, this is Chris.
Hi. It's like knock from somewhere then.
You've got, you can see there's a bit of aircon there, isn't there? So it's like this one. If you are here, can you maybe try and come towards my voice? Maybe towards one of the objects on the floor? Heard certain stories of people that have been here that are quite mischievous, that move things around. That one.
Thank you.
Thank you. If that was you, can you try and do that again for us, please? Frustrating thing as well, like you said before. I didn't know if that was outside at first with all the flashing lights,
exactly
but then it was
same,
like, no, it is. So clearly you did hear my voice and you came towards it, so thank you.
So I'll stand here, so if it happens again I can swoop the camera around there, because I don't think I caught the end of it. And I don't, oh, here we go. Thank you.
So if you are communicating with us via that object on the floor, sorry, object on the side, thank you. Maybe you can try and touch the other one that's next to it. Or maybe some of the buttons that are on that device. You maybe used to work here. If you did, maybe you can touch that device on the left for yes. Maybe the one on the right for no.
Wow,
Okay, thank
straight
you.
away. Thank you very much.
So this is someone who worked here. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to ask another question, but we keep touching that one. So if you can maybe step away from that ball and we can ask another question.
Are you trying to, you at work?
Potentially.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to
we
push these
disturbing
buttons
you?
up here. Is there anything else you can move in that room just to prove that it is you, not just lighting up that object? Can you maybe try and do that for us? Or if you are up here, we can move round and interact with some of the different devices that are on the floor. Saying Howard Hughes, you said he was a janitor, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're getting different stories, aren't we? Howard Hughes said it. No, I think Howard Hughes said he thought he looked like a security guard, but I suppose a uniform. I don't think there would have been anyone like caretaker-wise that... Oh, fuck me. No. No, I'm not even going... No.
What?
I'm not 100%, I'm just... As I'm talking to Adam then, guys, it looked... I haven't got my glasses on, so I've got no reflection off the side of my glasses. It slightly looked like... I couldn't see that window. It slightly looked like someone kind of just like walked past, but I'm not... Because there's a window there, I'm not gonna claim it unless I see it again. You see there, guys, there's Adam there, and it wasn't that same kind of... It was more in this area here. That was, I mean, it could have just been something corner of the eye, so I'm not gonna go full on. It just made me jump. I'm glad that cat ball stopped though, because
I was just about to say, and I would say to maybe move
Step
around
away,
and interact
yeah.
with something out here. If that was you, maybe that Chris has just seen, could you go back and touch one of those devices again? The one on the left for yes, the one on the right for no. Has he just seen you? I mean...
Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I know it takes a little bit of time, but it stopped dead for
It did.
a good couple of minutes there, didn't it? And then...
Which is brilliant, because it stops people saying, oh, you just got one cat ball that's going off all the time.
Well, I mean, since we said we weren't going to go in there, maybe start the spirit talk. Clearly something is coaxing us in there to maybe start the spirit talk, to maybe open up another channel of communication. We'll put that on, and maybe we'll get a name and get who knows what else.
Yeah.
So let's maybe go in and put the spirit talker on and see what we get. Spirit talker's on, the volume is all the way up, so let's go in and see what we get.
Yeah, go on. Take a seat.
Can I get a seat?
DJ Bill in the house.
I'll put that over here. You'll probably hear it anyway, but you know the people will say that'll trigger the REM pod and the cat balls and all kinds, so I'll keep it as far away as I can. So if there is anybody in here with us now, there are a number of devices in the room that you can interact with, that light up, that make noise. Obviously a lot of electrical equipment as well that you can maybe touch and light up. But the device just over there, you can choose a word.
You're very polite.
Oh, thank you very much. So just like that, you can choose a word out of its database and we can have a conversation. So who are we talking to? Is this a male? Is it a female? Maybe you could try and tell us your name.
Basement.
Basement.
I mean the irony of that. This is the part where we go, oh, we can go downstairs to the basement now, can't we? But we are 400 feet up in the air away from any such basement. So, but not to say maybe there's a room here that's sort of classified as the basement, or a dumping room, or you don't know really, do you? So
Yeah, exactly.
is there anything that you can maybe do for us whilst we're here? You can maybe light one of the objects up that they're on the. Again, I'll move my elbow off there because people think that it's me. Maybe you can light one of the objects up that are on here.
Next.
Next. What's next? Are you going to play another song?
Again, that lights up as well. I mean, we're here to find out who you are, maybe a bit more about your story. So if there's anything that you want to tell us, this is now your opportunity to.
You're respectful.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
We do try.
You were very well brought up, Mr. Billing.
Practice what you preach, don't you? If there's anything that you could move in the room, or maybe move in the corridor, or maybe light up or touch, maybe you could try and use your voice, speak, say something.
A vibrating sound behind me then. It's weird.
You know, you're lighting the objects up before that were on here. Maybe you could try and do that again.
Yeah, it's strange, since you've gone in, you've kind of gone, oh.
It's typical, isn't it? It's like, here comes the skeptic, so what's the point? He's not even going to think it's us.
Out of interest, just maybe if you stood up, because maybe if we have that belief that, you know, there was like a physical aspect of sitting in that chair, the fact that you actually...
I'm in the spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi everyone.
It's like...
That's what a DJ would say.
No, it's strange, isn't it?
We've never had that before.
Clearly someone knows the cameras and knows what we're doing, and yeah, that it's being filmed and recorded, so maybe you can tell us your name next, who you are.
That is great, that though. Hi everyone.
Like you said, I don't think we've had that before, have we? You know, you think that maybe you want like tower and, you know, DJ and stuff like that, but I mean, it's
A girl was killed.
okay. It's subtle things like that, really. But obviously, yeah, now a girl was killed. But like we said, you don't know sort of what we're tapping into, and if it is sort of like an elevator of, you know, different periods and points of history, and, you know, we're getting recent, and then we could be getting sort of going right the way back and predating what was actually here, and it was just, you know, the land. So it wouldn't surprise me, and even to this day, there's probably why there's been many deaths of of girls round here, but
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, obviously, until, was it the 90s, 98, that Radio City moved in here?
yeah.
You know, so for a lot of years it was empty. But was it getting used by people, you know, for, you know, unauthorised use?
If we move round, maybe you'd like to follow us, and or anybody else here that wants to speak to us that can. And we'll maybe just take a walk and see if any of the objects light up as we do. Interesting starting there, though. There does seem to be a place that's sort of calling you in, doesn't it?
Have memories.
Yeah, I mean, you think that someone that obviously had been here, worked here, and obviously had ties to the building would have a lot of memories here.
Yeah.
Again, just speculating really.
Lover.
Lover. Okay, so have memories, lover, and what was it, she lost her life?
A girl was killed.
The girl was killed, so which way round do you want to walk? Same way or opposite way?
Should we go? Let's go opposite way actually. Why not? Flip reverse. So as we're walking through, if you do want to talk to us,
That's you.
Cemetery.
cemetery. Which way?
Well, St James's is St James's Cemetery is right over there.
Again, I mean, if there's anything that you want to tell us as we're walking through, maybe pointing out.
Little girl around you.
Little girl around you. So she was killed. A little girl around you.
Can you think that one of the least places that you find children would be sort of up here? But
Yeah.
again, you don't sort of know what energy gets pumped up and moved around. But can you maybe tell us your name if this is a girl? Maybe what you can see.
Where?
Where? Maybe what can you see maybe here next? If you are around me, maybe you can tell me what's behind me, or maybe what's on the wall, or maybe what's on some of these pictures that you might be able to see. Don't mean any harm or any disrespect. Maybe you can tell me what's on this door behind us. And again, if this came out with engineering in Rack's room, you think you'd put that in, but
Arrest.
Arrest. Cardiac, or is it all the sirens that are going off around us?
yeah, you think we're going to hear something tonight, definitely sirens that going up.
Yeah.
This Saturday night, the City Centre.
I would just say, surprise, surprise, the last lot of sirens were parked up outside the Adelphi with flashing blue lights, so yeah, maybe it's not a bad thing we didn't get in there.
To be fair, I mean, at least they've got some flashing blue lights, because half the signage outside doesn't work.
Exactly.
Lucy.
Lucy.
So you see.
Okay.
So little girl, she was killed.
Little girl around you, Lucy, have memories, was killed. Okay, I mean, there's something for, you know, again, if there is something connected to that, then there'll probably be some information along the screen now that does say, because no tabs would have done the research to sort of...
What flashed then? What flashed then?
I don't know, there's not many things flashing out there. There's only, I think there's one capital, well, I don't think there's any capital.
No, there's
Mike.
not.
Mike.
Mike.
And again, you don't know if that's like, I mean,
Yeah,
Mike there.
Mike.
The lady screams at night.
The The lady screams at night. Right, okay.
So it might have been an LED down there.
Yeah, it might have been.
I mean, again, there's probably not MIC in there, is there, for microphone?
Yeah.
But again, the live mic there, or the mic's live. The lady screams at night. That's harrowing, isn't it? Especially when this building's pretty much empty at night as well.
But everything's female based.
It will be interesting walking around if it does tend to be a bit quieter here, because it picked up in that little section there, didn't it? It did seem to sort of tell us a bit of a sort of feed or a bit of a story.
Yeah.
So, wondering
Wrong area.
Wow, wrong area.
what?
That's brilliant. You
Wow.
literally just said it'll be interesting to see if anything happens round here.
And again, you know how instantaneous when that does. Like, it's not like I've sort of caught that little corner of my eye and managed to get 2 minutes worth of spiel in there. But wow, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Maybe they're telling us to keep walking around there, mate, and it's...
Yeah. Since we are in the wrong area and we need to go back into that little bit, well, that was. And typically when I got to about here, because when I was putting the kit out, I was doing it the opposite way. I think that was the last cat ball that I had. So
He died.
He died.
He died. Right, okay. So we're back to he, which is...
You're scared of me.
You're
I think
scared.
we are. You want to come forward and try and do something, you can. Obviously, that was his room, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it was referencing now.
Yeah, so he died. Yeah.
Again, it would be interesting if it does sort of follow a male narrative now, possibly.
Yeah.
About a male. So maybe you can tell us what happened to this person, who it was, how he died.
I know. Maybe it's
More to the stories.
more to the
Stories. And again, that's quite an interesting one to get.
Because
isn't
we
it?
are trying to feed a narrative, aren't we?
We are, but then, I mean, what Neil was saying about some of the stories, that, you know, that some of them could be fabricated and some of them, you know, are made up, but then there are the odd one or two. So maybe there are more to what things are being said. That
You look cool under that, by the way, because I haven't got the IR light back on. You got you like devil face there. He is the devil.
That's not because you two are probably in.
Person.
Person. Maybe you can tell us who this person is. Maybe give us a name. Maybe tell us where we can go to talk to this person, or maybe come and talk to you. A number of objects on the floor in here, and just round the side, that lights up.
Stay a while.
Stay a while. Well, we stay as long as we can.
You can't stay too long, so if there is anything that you can do, if you can try and do it now.
It does feel like one of them locations. If you could stay till 2 o'clock in the morning, you'd get more.
I think so.
Like the night shift.
You feel like it's starting to build a little bit now, don't you? And for me, you know, this is potentially a one-hit deal, because now I'm up here, I don't know if you're going to get me back up here, to be honest. But yeah, I don't actually feel too bad now. I've actually walked around and but yeah, like I said, if it was windy, then there'd be absolutely no chance I'd be up here. If it started moving and shaking, that'd be, no, not for me. You can maybe try and use our energy and go towards one of the devices that are on the floor. Make them light up.
I'm still taking pictures if you want to be on one of the pictures.
Hey, over here.
Over here.
That's brilliant.
But you're by that room.
Hey, over here.
Neil
Oh,
said
that's the one that he said
Centre,
things
yeah.
move round in. I'm just going to stand still just for the purpose of that picture. That's amazing, isn't it?
16.
16, so we've got an age now.
That's just funny, that though. It's
Hey,
like you're taking pictures and you're like, no, hey, over here.
Hey, over here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll, while you're filming, I can see into that room.
You are the person that maybe moves things. Can you try and move something for us now? Or maybe you can light something up. You've almost come all the way back around now.
We're hiding from you.
Oh, is that you? We're hiding from you. Well, please don't, because that's why we're here. We're trying to talk to you.
Come out.
Just do a couple more.
What the hell was that? Ah, yeah, it's okay.
At 10:51, that was flashing, that one.
Was it?
There we go.
All right, yeah.
That's good. It's good that you caught that on the camera as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But I think you were around there.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if you touched one, then walked off, then when I looked up.
No, literally,
No,
all we've done is we started round here and we walked around. We've only literally just spent about 2 minutes in that section. So,
Yeah.
fish.
Tish or fish?
It's strange, obviously, I think probably in the last couple of months, you get a few of the old local fellas come up, and oddly, a few have gone, oh, have you seen the ghost?
Yeah.
So they must have heard it from somewhere.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Like whispers and that.
Yeah.
but-
That's us, Mel. Well, perfect timing, wouldn't it?
Right, okay guys, so for this final little bit, obviously it's not a huge location tonight, so we want to max out as much as we can, and to be fair, there's not much we haven't had access to, so we have been really lucky when we're not looking out the window at the view. Like behind the camera is just one magnificent view, but it's concentration tonight.
It is, and obviously it's a bit harder to concentrate in this one because it's like a disco, because there's a lot of red flashing lights behind as well, so it's been a bit hard to set cameras up in here as well. So, but again, like, we don't know. We could be walking into nothing. We could be walking into all the equipment's been going off. Things been moving around. What been moving around? What been moving around? But again, like, we don't know. We could be walking into nothing. We could be walking into all the equipment's been going off. Things been moving around.
What the hell was that?
Noises.
And nothing's tapping on the windows up here.
Well, definitely not, unless one of you uses downstairs throwing stones. You've got a great aim.
It's not you as a Caroline with a catapult. See your house from here.
It was like a part of a herd, to be honest. But yeah, I think with that anyway, probably now's the time to go into investigation mode, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So we've used the S-Box, we've used the Spirit Talker. Let's give the DEDCOM app a chance on this one and see what we can get through on here. So if there are any spirits in here, I've put a device on that will allow you to speak. So if you could do so, maybe you could tell us something about yourself, something that happened to you.
Clarity and going for glass camera.
Yeah,
That's just
inside.
because it's and the blocking of stuff. I don't remember last time we used it. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
B.
B, as in B-E. So B what? Did you?
Fish.
Fish.
No fish downstairs. That was the last thing out downstairs. 2 minutes in that section. So fish.
Was it? Yeah. Fish.
It was fish, yeah.
Fish.
Now, at the very start of the episode, guys, I promised you that this was going to bring about some of the most bizarre evidence we had ever captured. What could be more bizarre than getting the word fish twice when below the tower in Horton Street there once lived a talking fish?
So as strange as that is, it's great that two different devices picked something up, so random.
Yeah, so
Or-
fish. Okay.
Well, maybe this was a fishing area back in the day, or it was.
Maybe it used to be a restaurant. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that was the popular fish and chips at the top of the tower.
It's just like, sometimes places just aren't haunted. Or areas or sections or certain parts just don't pick up on anything, and that happens, doesn't it?
That's the irony, that main area seems to be the hotspot. And again, guys, I'm walking through different cameras. But as we've said downstairs, maybe we've hit on the area that potentially Howard Hughes was actually working when he's seen something, because that main landing would be the perfect place. That's where you're going to see someone walking past.
Is there anything else you can maybe do for us before we leave? Because we're going to have to take the equipment out here. So.
Mother.
Mother. A lot of female stuff.
Yeah.
Which, considering we came here looking for the spirit of a security guard, potentially, guys, we've seemed to have hit on something about a female up here.
Mother, because it's like I'm a mother sort of thing, but then linking back to there was a little girl downstairs. So is that the girl looking for mother or saying mother?
Potentially. Saying mother. Potentially.
There was a little girl downstairs. So is that the girl looking for mother or saying mother?
Potentially. I think it was in that bleeding cupboard.
Auntie.
Clearly got a whole family life going on there. But obviously that's
Code locked, yeah.
Obviously put a bit of pressure on that thought, I think, is it gonna... It's like a proper creak or...
Wasn't it? But that was so loud. I mean, obviously it's only our reactions caught on the camera, but that's the main thing for it.
Meat.
Meat.
The thing is that because it's behind this lock-off clearly will have picked up the sound on multiple occasions as well.
Ant as in against. And meat as in, well, we've had fish, now we've got meat.
Lots of blood.
Well, do you know what? This was the restaurant. This potentially would have been the kitchen that would have served the restaurant, because people sat downstairs before it was made into the radio station. So they've had to have some kind of area, which was the kitchen area. You know, we need to go now, so thank you if you have been talking to us, and thank you if you have made those loud noises as well.
The loudest noise we've heard tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a shame that we haven't had, we haven't got lots and lots of time here, unfortunately, because it would have been, maybe one sits up here for half an hour, one walks around downstairs for a little bit, especially with the noises audibly up here, it seemed. But then, fingers crossed that, I've had the lock off here, haven't we? So
we have, yeah.
That does, fill me with a bit of, maybe we've caught something on
exactly.
the lock off, so.
And I think for such a small location and such a tight time scale as well, and obviously being high up, unlike other locations like the likes of Keighley, where you just go underground anyway, it's dark. We've actually had to patiently wait for it to go dark to be able to go night vision and just feel that vibe ourselves, because you can go night vision anyway and it looks night vision for you guys as it is, but what you hear then?
Scrunchy noise. I don't know, maybe the camera might pick that up, I don't know, but again, audibly, it's a good room. Yeah. I think we need to go and spend maybe the last little bit anyway, just doing another walkthrough, or maybe just in that one section that we thought it picked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So we've come back down now onto the level we were on before, and we know it's just one big circular sort of thoroughfare and run through, but I think we definitely got some of the better activity sort of as we were walking around, so we're just going to sort of repeat the process and see if we do pick up the same results. We are going to put the Spirit Talker back on, and we know it seems like, it's Death by Spirit Talker, but if we get the same stuff out, then surely that sort of backs up.
It's a good experiment.
So, and then obviously interestingly chatting with Neil, he was saying that some of the cat balls just behind us here were going off at certain times when we were a little bit further back and doing that, and we know we did ask a few times for you to, if there was any spirits here, to set other devices off, so it'd be interesting to see what else Neil picks up as he is looking at the cameras, isn't it? So.
Yeah, and what we'll see, and I'll put a shot in now while I'm talking over it, we've moved that other camera down into that little studio that we were in before, so hopefully as we're walking around something's happening there, but it'd be brilliant if we found out that's the one Howard Hughes was in.
Definitely.
But so let's do one more lap.
If there is anybody here that does want to talk to us or communicate with us, please come forward, come and tell us who you are, tell us your name. Sketchy, aren't it? Maybe you can tell us, I don't know, where we are.
Children want to speak.
So back to children again.
Children, yeah. Maybe tell us the name of these children. Was it Lucy, potentially? That was one. Maybe tell us what happened to you. Particular area. If one of you can maybe tell us something or anything, what happened.
We're friends.
That's nice.
Very friendly and polite. I've had quite a lot of, you know, in terms of,
Well,
you know, when you get demons and all
Yeah.
this stuff, and literally none of that tonight. It's just like a lot about being polite and
Friendliness and
hi. And so in terms of like buildings, it's been a really nice one to do,
Yeah.
other than the horrific 400 feet up in the air heights.
Yeah. And then she was killed.
Well, yeah, there was that as well. Well, no, we haven't. We're still sweeping the bill, but this is sort of the section just as we were coming out here, and we got
Wrong area.
Yeah, wrong area and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm interested to see if the Spirit Talk does pick up on it as we move back through here.
Yeah, because that did give the impression that they were following us, as if to say, you know, no, you're in the, you know, you need to come back this way.
Really like it if you could light some.
This is helping me.
This is helping.
Oh, good.
I'm glad it is. I'd really like it if you could help us and maybe light something up or make a noise or bang on something. That would really help us to try and understand if there is somebody here. Well, a number of objects. Anything else you'd like to say or do before we leave? Now's your opportunity. It's really hard when we're like under time constraints, isn't it? To you feel like you're trying to force something
Yeah.
to happen now when obviously when we had more time we were just naturally progressing through the building. Things just naturally then started to happen, didn't they? But I think when you try and force it, it doesn't seem to happen. Obviously we want to try and get the
You must go quickly.
You must go quickly.
Well, I know we're supposed to leave in a second, but yeah, there's a particular reason why we must go. Is somebody going to shoo us out here? Maybe there's someone who's going to come and shut the doors, lock the doors. Maybe someone who protects the building. If you can make one of the red lights on our devices light up, then we will leave.
Stop the camera.
Wow. So
Someone's definitely trying to shoo us out now, aren't
you
they?
must go quickly, stop the camera. And I was literally, we've just switched the camera.
I think that's why someone's definitely a very intelligent spirit and they go, oh, look at that, stop the camera, look who's just come on.
But literally, you know, we are aware that we need to wrap, guys, and that's why we just switched then, just to switch up the shot to kind of end the session before we film the outro, as we always do. But yeah, I mean, thank you. You are clearly in this area. Is such a high intensity of intellectual interaction. You know, I mean, it was non-stop when we sat in there. So thank you so much. If you have been interacting
I'm
with
in
us,
the corner.
I'm in the corner.
It's funny that we're in a circular building.
Yeah. But I'm in
But obviously,
the corner.
there's
But if that coincides with, if this does turn out to be the area that is the hot spot and that is where people have experienced things, then it's all just leading up to it, isn't it?
yeah.
Although it is so hard, and says I'm in the corner, you know, to carry on and go, you're in the spotlight, losing your religion. And hopefully you're laughing at that because we are in a radio station, so you know, it seems like a decent place to finish. Okay, we're going to turn this off now, so thank you very much.
We did use one more lock-off camera this night, but as you can see, it sadly malfunctioned during the night, although no evidence was captured, so nothing was lost.
So guys, that ends our investigation 400 feet above the skyline of Liverpool. What are your thoughts, mate?
It's been really interesting. I am intrigued now because we've got so much to go away, and obviously asked the lovely Tabitha to help out with a bit of research. But we also get the opportunity to go back and recontact Howard Hughes, and we are fortunate in that way, guys, that we have built up that reputation, that we've got these links now within people in the industry like that, and he's the reason why we got the heads up for here. So it will be, with fingers crossed, that what we think we've nailed down as where he potentially was doing his show on those nights. We hope we've got it right.
Yeah, I mean, as Chris said, this particular area did sort of throw up quite a lot of interesting sort of activity. For me, just further down though, when we were through there, we had a really, really good Spirit Talker session. It did allude to, maybe potentially something happened with children here, or within the area on the land. And then when we went through, it said that we were in the wrong area. It's those little things, I think, tonight that have really thought, wow, okay, that's interesting. And then upstairs as well, a couple of audible sounds, audible knocks. So, I mean, really, this is one of the most iconic buildings sort of in the city, isn't it? And it's certainly one of the tallest as well.
Yeah.
So it stands out, and we just had to give it the Haunted Scouse treatment, didn't we?
We did, and obviously, guys, we don't know what the lock-off cameras have shown up yet, but we've done a couple of laps, and it's going to be interesting. Obviously, what have we got through the S-box that we didn't pick up to start with? Yeah. That might correlate with the two Spirit Talker sessions, but I mean, the studio behind, which I'll cut to a little shot and drop it in because we're still filming in there. That was really interesting when the cat ball kind of drew us in there, and it had been there for a while, so it wasn't like it was anything that we just put it down.
It's one of the only few that we know that we've actually seen go off tonight as well, because the equipment has been quite quiet, so we have sort of maybe relied on the Spirit Talker a little bit more, but again, like Chris said, we don't know what the lock-offs have caught, so fingers crossed it's done it justice. But if not, that's just the nature of the beast, isn't it, really, that sometimes these things don't happen. But to get up here and actually film in 4K as well, the skyline of our beautiful city, it's just amazing, isn't it?
It is, and obviously, big thank you to Kelvin for the emails back and forth, and a massive thank you to Neil for being here tonight, as a member of staff to help us gain access. He's given us some really interesting information, but also, I say we couldn't have done that without a member of staff being willing to come out of hours and let us come here. But yeah, it's just, what a privilege, and this is what we say to you guys. It's thank you for your continued support, because you just raise our profile and it just gets us these opportunities, even if he has spent a lot of the night making sure he's walking on the inside. Fair play, this is his room full of spiders, and he's done it, and I can honestly say I don't think I could have done it if it was the other way round.
There you go. So if that's not worth a thumbs up and definitely one of these subscribes, then please make sure that you have commented, liked and subscribed to the channel if you are new. There's a lot more of the city to check out as well on the channel, and whilst you're here, why not consider the channel membership as well?
Yeah, and don't forget, with the channel membership, guys, we're rocking the new merch. You get 10% off the merch from Uniform Factory, and you also get 10% off one ticket for the fan event as well. So if you join us on the events and you come to 4 or 5 events, you're going to get your membership back over the course of the year. It's all about giving back to you and showing our appreciation for your support.
Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty much it now, because it is getting late. We've got to pack everything away, and we do need to let Neil go home as well. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and as per, we'll see you on the next one.
Take care, guys.
Ta-da. Right, sod the equipment, get the hell out of here now. Where's the lift? Get these balls up, Chris, let's go.
glad you're still here. I can't find the lift. Where's the lift? Honestly, I tell you something, the things we do for you. Oh.
194 Radio City.
96.7.